I just finished my performance at Concert About. It definitely wasn't perfect, but mindset-wise, I feel like it was the best performance I've ever had.
I'm sure many everyday pianists can relate to this. Learning at your own pace, being diligent and practicing, but still feeling stuck. That was me, and especially during the lockdown years, I was practicing but not really moving forward. In 2022, I really wanted to switch things up, so I decided to enter a piano competition. Not because I wanted to launch a career or win anything, but I wanted to give myself a reason to push harder in my practice and also face the nerves and limiting beliefs on stage. So how did it go? Off stage, I felt calm, but the moment I stepped onto that stage, with the lights, with the stares of the audience, the adrenaline just hit me like a wave. I launched into the piece much faster than I'd ever practiced, and you might already have heard some technical slip-ups here and there. My fingers were on the verge of derailing. I also started off way too loudly, where I couldn't quite figure out the hall's acoustics, and as a result didn't give myself much room to really grow into a big grand sound at the climax. But there were also some wins. I managed to quieten the voice inside my head. Those many voices that go, "Here comes the hard part, you're going to mess up." The inner critic can be very loud, stealing my focus and joy. This time though, I kept it in check enough to stay connected to the present. It all came from a little reminder at an organ concert I'd attended just a few days before. It was my first time hearing the organ live, and the sound was just very overwhelming in the best way. It filled the hall like a life force and made me feel so small and insignificant. It reminded me that instead of worrying about how I was being perceived, I should focus on what the music should convey. This mindset shift made my whole performance surprisingly fulfilling, despite all the nerves and slip-ups. And of course, no overseas competition is complete without sightseeing. The trade-off was that I didn't touch a piano the whole week before my performance, so I had to turn to mental practice, listening to recordings, visualizing the score, and running through the passages in my head during the train rides. So if you're an adult learner or piano enthusiast, and you've ever thought that competitions are only for professionals, they're really not. Sometimes stepping onto a stage you never imagined yourself on is actually a great way to grow.